Yeah.
Speaking of things that I actually don't have a transition
We
for
don't have
this
a
one.
transition. All right.
Um,
Next topic.
Next topic. Next meme.
Yes.
All right. So the director of the upcoming Flash movie has declared that Ezra Miller won't be recast if there's a sequel to The Flash. I don't think there's anyone that can play the character as well as they did. Director Andy Muschietti said of the troubled actor in the Discourse podcast. Let's see here. If a sequel happens, yes, I don't think anyone can play the character as well as they did. The other depictions of the character are great, but this particular vision of the character, they just excelled in doing it. And as you said, the two Barrys, it feels like a character that was made for them.
Of course he's going to say that.
Yeah. Like, okay, so I don't know. I'm trying to think of an analogy here.
Yeah.
Um, you don't you don't badmouth the movie while it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. You want people to go see it. I mean, this isn't Fantastic Four with whatever that director's name was who
Oh, Trank.
Trank, yeah, badmouthed the movie before it came out.
Yeah. We
That
saw how
didn't go
well
well
that
for him.
went.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. I mean, so that isn't necessarily super indicative. I've heard some hot takes where it's like, what does Ezra Miller have to do to get punished? Yada yada yada. It's
Yeah.
like the opportunity to punish Ezra went out the window when they came up with the James Gunn verse approach.
Right. Yeah.
Back when last year we were reporting the rumors that they were going to reshoot the movie again and green screen in another actor for all of the berries in every scene.
Yeah.
That was one thing. But now that the movie is basically a dead end, it's like, okay, we're shoving it out there. We're making whatever money we can off of it. Say nice things about the crazy actor
Yeah.
who is two characters in the movie.
Yeah.
God, that's having cast Ezra Miller as two characters in the same movie might be the single greatest bad decision in
Yeah.
movie history. Now, it was not
Yeah.
known at the time how crazy Ezra was.
No, yeah, and um, well, and I would argue too that he was miscast from the beginning. Like, I,
From the jump, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why, Zack Snyder put him in Justice League. I just,
Yeah, the rest of the casting for those movies was decent to good.
yeah,
Ezra's like you know what Ezra Miller's Flash really is when you think about it? It's somebody who doesn't get the appeal of Marvel movies trying to come up with a character from a Marvel movie.
yeah.
Although, is that when did Guardians of the Galaxy come out?
Uh, 2000, no,
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 release date,
2014.
okay, 2014.
Yeah,
So that
2014.
is actually enough time for Guardians of the Galaxy to influence DC casting possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
Since Batman v Superman came out in 2016 and Flash wasn't in that movie.
right. Or well,
So
he was, but it was
it,
yeah,
yeah,
kind of.
it could have been anybody in that grainy convenience store footage.
Well, or when he visits Bruce Wayne from the future.
Oh God, I forgot.
It's Lois Lane. She's the key.
Which okay, so side tangent. That whole Nightmare with a K thing is like the stupidest concept in a series of movies that was overflowing with stupid concepts.
Yeah,
Like I've heard people talk about how they want a movie in that setting. Why? It's just going to be Mad Max Batman with a mixed with what do you call it? Mixed with Injustice.
yeah,
There's like there's nothing good in there.
No, I don't want Injustice Superman.
Actually, there's a fair question. Do you think that if society collapsed and Batman was forced into sort of Mad Max style existence, would he still wear the Bat costume?
I he would he would probably wear a version of it, but not that version of it. I think he would wear like I think it would probably look more like armor. He wouldn't have a cape, I don't think.
Yeah, I would agree with that because I was thinking about because my default instinct was be well, there'd be no reason for the Bat costume anymore. You're not scaring the superstitious and cowardly criminals. And then I was just now thinking about it and realized, wait, in that kind of Mad Max setting, everybody is a superstitious and cowardly criminal.
Right. Yeah.
Literally everybody.
Yeah.
It's life is nasty, brutish, and short.
Yeah. Uh, but um, but yeah, I getting back to Ezra
Back on topic.
Miller. I mean, like, at this point, yeah, he's or excuse me, they are unfireable. Let's be honest.
See, I've had some people push back on me on that recently. Like, if Ezra's identity made a difference on it, I think it's basically what we would be seeing. Okay, so imagine, if you will, in 2018 or so,
Mm,
as Avengers Infinity War is coming out, the movie's been filmed. We're like 2 months away from it being released, and the actor who played Thanos, was it Brolin?
Brolin, yeah,
Yeah,
Josh Brolin,
Josh Brolin gets involved in a serious mishap.
which he's been known to do in the past.
Has he been? Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So let's just take an Ezra thing and apply it to Josh. Um, Josh is at a friend's house, and they get in, and Josh Brolin gets into an argument with his friend about uh, whether Parcheesi has origins um, in Rastafarianism, and physically threatens him when the argument goes out of control. This is happening 2 months before part one of two of what the Marvel Universe has been building up to for a decade.
Yeah.
I do not think in those circumstances that they would, they can't cancel the movies.
Right.
It's already been shot.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think that in that situation, Josh Brolin would get the same kind of leeway.
Yeah. I think so too. Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know it's the identity, but it definitely is like too much sunk cost in this thing to throw Ezra under the bus yet.
Yeah. Ninja says he would look like a serial killer, like Jason. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, just something that's easy to put on and can strike fear in people.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for them to go out there and try to talk up Ezra, because according to a story from last week, the Flash's tracking has gone from 140 million opening to 70 million opening.
Ooh. Is that domestic or?
I'm assuming domestic. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, North
really North
America.
American
Yeah,
box.
yeah,
So yeah, man, if that's what it came in as, if that's what it came in as nationally or as internationally, that would be
Oh, well, that's Shazam numbers.
yeah, pretty much with more than 3 times the budget.
Oh man. Oh.
So, so yeah, don't read too much into this. This is being nice,
Hmm.
and this is playing nice for the sake of trying to make whatever money they can off of this turkey.
Yeah, and and of course, I think a huge a driver for people going to see this movie is going to be Michael Keaton back as Batman.
Yeah,
That's
that's probably it.
yeah. I mean, most of the marketing I've seen for this movie has been highlighting him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's yeah making this movie based on Flashpoint is such a weird concept too because
Yeah.
it's like imagine that Justice League had gone well. Like everyone loved Zack Snyder's Justice League. Why would you be using the Flash to reboot it in that scenario? This is like somebody knew that something was wrong with the Snyderverse
Yeah. Yeah.
and was ready for it.
Yeah. And Miller's behavior, been additional reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, no. But
Yeah.
I think we've said our piece on this one. It's just basically saving face.
Yeah. Yeah. In essence, yeah. And it's they're yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I think we've